The time has come to make a move. If you want to get into the college football playoff, you've got to win big games right now, and we have a clash of ranked opponents coming up in this one. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The give to the back. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it, he has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know, he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Looking to fire. Moves away as he feels pressure. Finds a little space. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
On third and short, the power run here. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the third down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
Off the play fake on first down. Uncorks one to the middle. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wants to go up top on first down. Working the middle. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
And the timing just a hair off.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. Receivers work tirelessly, tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Wants to keep it in the air. Quickly to the tight end. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Obviously, third downs are so critical because you get an extra chance to wear that defense out. Great job by the offense. Great job by the quarterback completing the pass, getting the first down, moving the sticks, fresh set of down, continue to wear on this defense.
Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Touchdown, Dogs! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a master.
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. Quarterback extends the play. Throws for the tight end. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Bring in the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Rebels send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Yes, the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Buys a little extra time. Trying to get rid of it. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Scanning the field, it's Osborne. Throws to the wideout. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Really great job in coverage by the defender on that play, swatting the ball away.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Going right to work up top. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a three-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. They went up top to pick up the last first down. Let's see what they have here. Wants to throw on first down. Punts it out of the air. He goes out of bounds, but not before getting it to the 32.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Give to the running back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And you know what? The best third down offenses don't get to third down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You can tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard, got a nice gain, popped one, got a first down. Who needs third downs if you can just pound it down their throat on second down?
Trying to make magic with his feet. He gets just inside the red zone and goes out of bounds at the 19.
Man, this defense has their hands full today, because not only do they have to worry about the running backs, and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism, and he showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Out of the shotgun on third down. He's got it still on his feet. Touchdown, Ole Miss. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Osborne. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that will fall incomplete, and we have played one. Boy, they tried to end the first quarter on a high note to no avail. Second quarter's coming. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Looking to fire. Release to the back. Right on target this time. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
The Dogs have this offense rolling. Just keep slinging it. Catch in the middle. It's Jefferson.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Bulldogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Gets the back moving. Looking downfield, it's Osborne. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Under fire. Floats it out in space. They are on the move as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Fakes the grab. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Quarterback now breaking the field. Got room to work. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
You honestly can't really do it better than that. You can't. I mean, that was designed to be a pass play. Give the defense credit. They get some pressure, but this guy's just too good. He just instinctively knows when he needs to scramble and get out of dodge. And at that point, he's making good decisions. If a guy's open, he's throwing it. But if it's not, he's not even hesitating. I'm going to go get what I can get a 1st down with my speed and athleticism. Let's keep this drive rolling.
The Bulldogs will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time. He wants it all. Touchdown, Georgia! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacked on the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Pac-12 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and now it's a final. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. Pac-12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
And that's the play the defense finally needed, man. They were getting gashed early. First 2 drives, they gave up 2 touchdowns. They knew they had to be able to get off the field. Great job creating the incompletion there on third down.
And he loses the football on the return. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
Wide receiver going in motion. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They're setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Off play action. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing it because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
And right down the middle. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Let's Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. To the air, it's Osborne. Lets it fly. Got him downfield. All out of space. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
What a throw on first down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
On the move to his left. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Oh, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Just goes right through the wicket. Brings up third down. Man, he will be thinking about that one. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive. But now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He's got him. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And he just chucks it into the fourth row.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to throw, it's Osborne. Moves around to clear up the vision. Turning it up. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He steps out of bounds just short of the end zone, and they'll try to punch it in from there.
Man, you cannot coach this to quarterbacks. Hard focus downfield, soft focus around you. As soon as he felt the lane, he was gone. No second guessing at all. That was picture perfect, and he uses his speed to just gash the defense.
Trying to pull his way in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the point after is good. An 84-yard drive there, and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. He'll pull it down. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Looking to throw on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top on first down. He throws it back to the left, a risky ball. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
When you make big plays for your quarterback in the game, you catch a touchdown pass, he's going to look your way again, often, downfield like they did right there, but give the defense credit, forcing an incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
And the Rebels getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and it just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. This time on target. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. The Rebels looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. Pressure's there and he gets rid of it. Nobody open, he just throws it away and it'll bring up 2nd down.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Trying play action. Looking to buy time. He got it. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the bill. They are throwing it. They're trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Oh, they're after him. Looking to get it in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision-making.
After getting nothing on the last snap, let's see if they try to run it in on 3rd and goal from the 1. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's not going to take the touchback. They make the stop, and that is the end of the 1st half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Rebels will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anymore. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help some, alleviate some of that pressure on your defense.
Quarterback gets the first down. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Well, we know the game of college football is always evolving and changing, and one of the biggest reasons why is the quarterback evolution. Dual-threat quarterbacks. You're seeing two great examples in this game so far. Both guys can hurt you throwing it. Both guys can hurt you running it. It's been the running attack for both of these guys that's been the big story so far.
They'll move the wide receiver. The give to the back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
There he goes. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Line getting set on second down. Back to throw, it's Otis. Might be looking to run. The throw. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. A big third down coming in. Hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Dogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Rushes on him. Intercepted for the 11th time. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Dropping back, it's Osborne. Pulls it in. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, nice job there by the defender. He stayed right in the back pocket of that receiver, so as soon as he caught the ball in the slant, he was able to bring him to the ground.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. He's got it. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
About the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
And the Dogs trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll move the tight end. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Try to have success on 3rd down.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Using his feet to buy time. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that process. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Back to throw, it's Osborne. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Georgia! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one...
Going for it all. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Trying to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
Well, coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Looking to pass. It's Osborne. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. He's pushed out of bounds at the 22. Oh, how that would have swung the momentum, but instead it's just deflection, and they give up another completion.
And, Reese, we hear it all the time. It's a game of inches. Look how close that was to changing this game. For the defense creating some momentum, trying to get back into it, and the offense gets the big break.
Makes the grab on the left. Breaks into the open. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
He wants to throw it. He's going for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
The offense tried to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw again. Extending the play. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Throws to the wideout. Pass is broken up, incomplete. But let's check out this penalty marker.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Wants to throw on 1st down. Scrambling away. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. It's no surprise at all to find a Georgia defensive lineman wreaking havoc in the backfield.
Nah, find those big, physical, aggressive dudes that can be physical enough to play the run in the SEC and then pin your ears back and go get quarterbacks. Georgia does that and finds those guys really, really often.
Wide open downfield. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Now improvising. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He fires one deep over the middle. Throws into double coverage, and it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Dogs! The defense into its own hands. No mid-season concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, bro.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And here's the return. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the fourth quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Use the play fake, now to throw. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, do I love being a defensive lineman in games like today when you know you got to go get the quarterback. Like, they're down on the other side. They have to throw the football. Only chance they have to get back in. I'm playing the pass every time, pinning my ears back and going to get the quarterback.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position.
He's going for the big play. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him. You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page. Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Back to throw, it's Osborne. Got it in the middle, it's Jefferson. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Caught over the middle. It's Jefferson. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
From the gun on third down. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
To the air. It's Osborne. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. On target. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They just keep firing. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
And a golden opportunity slips away from the defense there. That's one he'd love to have back. He knows he should have come away with the interception there in the red zone.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on third. Quick completion on the out. Touchdown, Georgia! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And how about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense, or number 3's coming soon.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Shields. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Now the play fake.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Rebels will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Power football with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
How about that defense in the backfield? Nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield. They got the tackle for loss.
And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Osborne. Makes the catch. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They've built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop you.
They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
Hey, a lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. The give on the inside. Oh, he's got some space. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back. The next opportunity, the next moment.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Bringing it back. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.